Hello, and today I'm going to be making a Fire Emblem 8 tier list. This one should be really short because there's like way less characters in this game than most Fire Emblem. But it's also going to be pretty top heavy because all of the characters in this game are really good, except for just like a couple. I guess it's like the same ratio as it would be in other games, but uh, I really love all the characters. This is the first Fire Emblem game I ever bought. I played Fire Emblem 7 before, but I got that one through trading Pokemon. So I traded this guy a Kyogre and a Metagross for his Fire Emblem cartridge. So yeah, this is one of my favorite Fire Emblems. It's really hard for me to rank the three Game Boy Advance Fire Emblems in order. They all have like really good points. But this one's top 3 for sure. As if there was any other place it could be. Actually, in all of Fire Emblem games, it's top 3. So, starting with Amelia, I think S tier. I might put way too many characters in S tier, but I really like Amelia and her character, and if you ask me, Amelia, her only promote is Great Knight, because her whole reason for trying to get into the army was because she looked up to Dussel, and Dussel is a Great Knight. So if you put Amelia as any other unit, even though she's prettier as a paladin, you're doing it wrong. Cormag, I'm not too, like, I don't care too much about him. He's one of the ones that I care least about, but he's still not D rank. I still like him. Dozla, S tier for sure. He's one of the funniest Fire Emblem characters. Even his death quote, he's laughing. So that's what I like about him. Him and Garcia's support conversation I saw recently. I did a playthrough of this recently. And they're like trying other things other than axes. And I heard in the Japanese version, it says in the wiki that they actually bonded over drinking together, but they removed that in the North American release because to keep the rating down, I guess. But the North American support conversation is really funny because they eventually start like trying to do magic, and Dozla just waves the staff around like a weapon instead of actually learning anything. So I really like that. Ephraim, S tier for sure. Both the lords in this game are amazing. Ewan, I don't really care too much about him, but I'll put him B for now. I do really like the what are they called? Journeymen. I really like the recruit characters. That's what it is. I always put in a lot of effort into training my team in Fire Emblem 8. I wasn't one of the people who just wanted to get through the game. I actually tried getting through the game once on hard mode without using any training, and it was way too hard for me. I'm such a filthy casual, it's not even funny. So I really like the recruit characters because they're fun to level up and they get really strong, especially if you give them Metis Tome. I gave Metis Tome to Amelia, and I trained her up and manipulated her level growth, and I got her to max level, max stat, everything. So I have a lot of fun doing that. Colm is not as good as I'm thinking maybe he might be top of B tier. I don't really care about him that much. Yeah, top of B tier. Dussel's S tier. He's just really awesome. I don't know why I like him so much, actually. I think it's probably just because I know so much about, like, these three at the top. They share a connection. And I know so much about that. So I like Dussel a lot. I also like how he, I don't know, I just like the dynamic between him and Ephraim. How he taught Ephraim, and Ephraim's, like, basically keeping his purpose going. Franz, bottom of C tier. I don't hate him. I think Sacred Stones is one of those games where you're eventually gonna use every character, but if you replay it a lot. So I do use Franz sometimes. I feel like it's fun to use Franz instead of Kyle or Amelia, who get way stronger, just to, like, I don't know, be a bit different, I guess. I don't know. Or, like, even just to use them in a full horse team or something dumb like that. Garcia, top of A tier, I think. I don't care about him that much, but I do like him a lot. Gilliam, same. I really like these two guys. Their support conversation is them having an arm wrestle. And one of them's left-handed, one of them's right-handed, so they're, like, evenly matched in strength is what they come to the conclusion of. Noel, below these guys in A tier. He's really cool. I like this story a lot, where all the characters come from. Like, there's people on the inside coming in and telling you what's happening in Grotto. And there's this thing that makes a really good game, or even story, which is getting little snippets of what the villain's doing. That always is really good in storytelling, is, like, getting to see the motives behind the evil person and, like, figuring out that mystery as the story goes on. And this game does that a lot, and one of the main people in that is Noel, and he tells you what's going on. And he's just a really cool unit too. He's like the one everyone uses as summoner, which is a very unique class to Fire Emblem. It's only in this game, and only Ewan and Noel can do it. And most people make Ewan Druid, so Noel's like the summoner. So having that unique class as well is really cool. Molder's S tier. Also, I think probably like that. Yeah, I really like Doza. Molder's S tier. I only took a liking to him recently, but it's just really fun playing, like, making these priest dudes kick ass. I really like doing that nowadays. Ross, over his A tier, top of A tier. Let's put the recruits like this, actually. This is like the tier list for recruits right at the front. And yeah, Ross over his father, over all these guys. I really like using Ross. I like making him a berserker. I think he's the only person who can be a berserker in this game, right? Yeah, so you have to make him a berserker. Except for Doza, of course, who comes as berserker, but berserker is a really good job class. B, oof, Tethys. I don't really care for dancers, but I do like her, so probably, like, right in the middle. She is really pretty, so that deserves her a B slot. A rank Vanessa, I think. I don't know, maybe I might put her further up. Vanessa S tier, actually. Vanessa is such a good unit, and this, again, I didn't say at the beginning, but this isn't based just on how good a unit they are, it's based on how cool a character they are. But you cannot, like, separate those two things sometimes, and Vanessa's the best flyer in the game. So, she has to be S tier. I really like her character too. She's kind of unique looking compared to, like, all the flyers are usually look all the same. But Vanessa's like one of the only ones with green hair, short green hair. So I do really like her. Erica, Erica's there, yeah, just above her brother. I haven't gotten to my favorite characters yet, I don't think. But that looks probably about right. Ford, bottom, about there, yeah. I really like his character, and he like paints in the middle of the battlefield. That's his whole thing. It's kind of funny to me. He's not the best unit, but I do like his character more than any of the other Cavaliers, I think. Garrick, bottom of S tier for now. I might put him top of A tier, and if this gets too inflated, up at the top. But I do really love all the Sacred Stones characters, so it is hard for me. Innis is, and I say Innis, I know people probably say Eins, but it's two N's, so it's a hard I sound. That's the way I read it. So Innis is D, because D is for D-bag in this case. I just really don't like his character. He's just really arrogant. I've never, ever used him all the way through. I used him for a little bit just to find out what his character was like, if I misunderstood him. But no, he's just standoffish and stupid. So he's the one character that I don't like that much. Joshua, A tier, where though? Probably there. Yeah, probably there. I like him. I like him more than Mulder. I'll put him there for now. Again, I'll look over this like at the end of me doing it and make any last minute changes, and then I'll have a definitive list. Kyle, actually, I like him more than Ford. I actually like Kyle. Wait, I'll put him up here. He's the best Cavalier. I know I literally just said that I think I like Ford more than all the other Cavaliers. But I'm starting to remember how fun Kyle can be. And what his attitude's like. I like the more serious characters, I think. La Rochelle, I think right at the top, actually. I really like her. She stole Kath's music. I really like Kath too. She stole Kath's music, but it was used in a much better way. And every single time she comes on screen, it's like, it's really fun. I usually don't even skip the sections with her. I usually skip everything else, but as soon as that music comes on, as soon as I know she's there, I look through their dialogue again, because it's really funny writing. Loot. Yeah, right there. Loot's like, okay, so Loot's okay. Muriel is too much. Muriel in Awakening is like Loot, except way like dialed up. Like Loot's like a 6, Muriel's like a 10, and if you get to 10 too much in one direction, it like backfires. So Muriel would be like way below, but Loot's just like really well written. She's like perfectly rounded, genius character. Has exactly the quality she needs, and she's really cool too. So actually, I'd probably put Loot there. Now that I talked her up so much, I remember how much I like her. She's not that good of a unit in Fire Emblem Heroes. Her art and that's really bad, but I'm not talking about Fire Emblem Heroes, I'm talking about this. So Marissa as well, S tier. There, yeah. I really like Marissa. And I usually make her an assassin nowadays, because I like messing with Silencer. I think the past few times I've played, I've just made every person who could become an assassin one. It's like my favorite class. Myr is... Yeah, I'm gonna move Garrick down, actually. Myr is... I'm gonna move Vanessa down as well. Myr is like... right under Dozla for me. She's really cute. She's kind of unique as a dragon in that she's more mature than most dragons are. Like, she's like a teenager where most dragons look like they're 12. So I really like Myr. Natasha, below Molder for me, but I think she's S tier. Bishops in this game are really good, and you can also make her a Valkyrie, which is cool too, but you'd probably make her a bishop. And Joshua and her are like the best couple in this game. But below Molder for me, still. Nimi, top of A tier. She's kind of a boring character, but I do like her. And her sniper sprite is pretty. Pixel art. And what else about her? She's also the only person who uses Orion's Bolt in the entire game, so I usually use her just for that reason. Orson, bottom of D tier. He's not even a playable character. I don't know why he's in here. He's an enemy, as far as I can tell. Sorry if you haven't played the game. That's a bit of a spoiler. Artur, top of A tier. I think over Nimi. Again, bishops in this game are really strong. But it's not all about that either. It's also that he is... is he the only playable monk? No, you get Lucius in FE7. So monks just very rare, and they're really cool. I think bottom of S tier, yeah. Renak, I'll put him down here. He's just not that interesting. He's just there for member card for me, basically. I already usually use Colm. And if I do use Renak, it's just to get chests, so there's nothing interesting about his character. Plus, he's kind of just the butt of the joke when it comes to Larachelle and her group. So, Saleh, I think top of A tier. I'll put him. I really like Saleh. I've come to like him more too now that I've seen his stats. He comes with like really good stats I never noticed before, and he's probably the best Sage if you're just playing through normally without like grinding. I'd say he's the best Sage. So Seth, I respect Seth quite a lot, so I'll give him top of B tier. He's like the best paladin. He's just kind of boring, and I'm not too much a fan of pre-promotes, but he's like the best paladin. You can solo the entire game with him. He's way too strong, actually. So, Cyrene, B tier, above Seth. I do like her. I usually only use her for triangle attack anyway, but the playthrough I'm doing right now, I've wanted to make Cyrene support conversation with someone. I forget who, but but I think she is underrated. She comes with like pretty low stats, and Vanessa's probably going to be better. Even Tana if you train her up, but she's still worth using. Like, flying units are always worth using. If you have to like choose between using her and Mimi or like her and I don't know, anyone else, I would probably pick using her. Like, she's not so bad that she'll just die. You can have her do like easy tasks and stuff like that. Help ferry over units. She comes pretty late though, so she's not like amazingly good. But I still do like her. I like her more than Tethys. Tana, I think she might be top of A tier for me. No, I like her more than that. I might actually put Lucius. No, Lucius can go. He can stay. I like Tana. I like all of the like princesses and princes. And I think I might like Tana over Joshua. I think I might put Coleman. No, I'll put him there. Okay, so let's take a look at what I've done. So, Marissa over Amelia seems right to me, actually. I think I'd actually put Amelia lower. I hype up Amelia in my mind way too much, but she's not that great a character. Her story is really sad, but I do like her more than Erica. I think I like Ephraim more than Erica as well. Dozla might honestly deserve a top 5 spot. I think so, actually. I like him more than Amelia and Loot. Yeah. He's top 3. He laughs in the face of death. Myrrh over Tana. I think that's about better. I do like Tana a lot. But not more than Erica. Joshua, yep. Mulder over Dussel, yeah. I think so. And Artur just barely making it in. Sally. I think I like Vanessa more than Nimi. And I think I like Garrick more than Nimi as well. But that seems about right. And then Kyle just barely making it into A tier. Tethys. I don't know, I might like her more than... No, I don't. Also, Cyrene comes in so late. And she's like... I guess... No, she deserves there. She's underrated. You come into the level and she's like saving all the villagers by herself. And her entire squadron's killed off by Lion. And she's the one person remaining and she's still trying to protect everyone. Actually, I think she deserves up here over Kyle. I'm going to move Kyle down. I'm going to switch them. And maybe over Noel as well. She deserves a little bit more respect, I think. As a character. Not as a unit, but as a character. I think over those two as well. And then forward, yeah. Cormag, he might deserve a spot above. But then I would have to move up Franz too, and then it'd just be Renak and C rank. So this is fine. They'd be in the same order. I think they're just a little bit tiered down. Cormag's also really hard to get, and that kind of annoys me. And he's also just like meh. Just like follows along with Dussel. That's what I feel about him. I think Franz actually, I'll put a Franz over him. But Franz right at the top of C, that makes sense. And then in his, I know a lot of people like him, but I don't. And then Orson doesn't even belong on this list. But I'll put him there anyway, for the one map that he's in, as a playable character. But he's like the number one D-bag. D is for D-bag in this tier list. Alright, so that's my Fire Emblem 8 tier list. Let me know if you want me to do any sort of other tier list, because actually after this Fire Emblem 8 tier list, after I do all the Fire Emblems, I pretty much have no idea what else I'm gonna do. So if you suggest something, I'll research it and make a tier list out of it. And tell me who your favorite Fire Emblem 8 characters are in the comments below, and See ya.